Camelot, we have a problem. So if you haven't already seen, on Tumblr or LiveJournal, there have been pictures floating around of Series 4 of Merlin, in which there seems to be a wedding set up in the throne room with, two thrones at the very head of the room, implying that Arthur and Gwen are getting married, because who else would? There's the argument that this is a dream sequence, which I really, really hope is the case, because in order for two people to get married, they have to get to know each other first. And I really don't think that Arthur and Gwen have been given that time, and that is the fault of the writers. Arthur and Gwen are part of canon. She is once and future queen. It's a thing. My anger toward this issue is not because I'm a Merlin shipper. It's not because I'm an anything shipper. It's because they're taking a relationship that is supposed to happen and shoving it in everyone's faces. And that has been going on since at least Series 2. Arthur kisses Gwen once and decides that he wants, or is thinking of, marrying her. And we see them have maybe a total of 3 conversations. And if you look at their characters separately, not as a pairing for a second, we see that Arthur is growing into less of a prat and more of someone who will become a great leader. And Gwen, she's sweet, but she does not move. Her character just is static, which worries me, because as a couple, they're in circles. They're not going anywhere. And it's just I really hope that if they're going to do this, if this is not a dream sequence, if it is in fact a wedding, that they're going to take the time to develop the relationship first, and that the wedding happens maybe at the finale or something. Because, I'm in a glass case of anger right now. They've sort of taken Gwen and had her teach Arthur valuable lessons that Merlin has been trying to teach him, inadvertently since Series 1. So basically Gwen is a duplicate of Merlin, but she's the person that Arthur's supposed to marry. I mean, like I said, I'm all for Arthur Gwen. It happens. But it's just not executed the right way. It's not presented to the audience the right way. Then there's the whole issue of Lancelot and Guinevere. According to that SFX article yesterday, which actually made me really excited, but now not so much anymore, they're going to kind of steer away from that aspect of legend, which I really don't understand, because they've already set up, as people have been saying on Tumblr, they've already set up this epic attraction between Lancelot and Guinevere, and that has just as much, if not more, chemistry than Arthur and Gwen have. And they can't just drop that. I don't understand how they're just going to drop, I don't know what's going on. If they had just taken the time to have Arthur and Gwen get to know each other, besides that one date in the forest in which Arthur talked about how he wants to take Merlin with him on a farm, but we won't go there. If they had actually, gotten to know each other and shown the audience that they're getting to know each other. Obviously, they can't do that in public, because Gwen is a servant and Arthur is the prince. They can't do that. Everyone who watches knows that. But they could at least, the writers, could at least make an attempt to make their relationship more realistic, so that if they do get married this season, or if they do get married at all, it's realistic to the audience. Angel Colby and Bradley James have a lot of potential, and they're not allowed to use it because of these bland scenes they're written into, and it's just really, it is secondhand embarrassment everywhere. That's that. That's my rant for now. So, worry, guys.